Jeff again, Elite Sports Shooting. Great to be back. I'm getting a little bit better of putting out a little bit more content here and there. I took a big break there last year, just with everything I had going on in my life, but now I actually feel like I'm getting a little bit better back in front of the camera, a little bit more and more relaxed. Today I want to do a cleaning video on the Browning Maxus 2 Sporting. Before I get going, I always give a shout out to the GUGULUZA Gun Sock people. I really appreciate their product, love it. They're on every firearm in my gun safe, handguns, tactical rifles, my rifle itself, my hunting rifle. But anyways, I'm going to jump right into it. Before I get going, I do have to just adjust the camera, lighting, everything, just so everybody can see what I'm doing. So just give me 1 second. Alright, so I've got my workstation all set up here. I put a towel down, a couple of towels, because this is actually my gun case. It's the Pelican 770, and I really like it, so I want to make sure that I don't, get it dirty. So anyways, we're going to just take off the fore-end cap like this. Now this is my Sporting Clays shotgun. Sporting Clays, another thing I'd use this for is, well, you could use it for pretty much anything, but it is a sporting shotgun. And if you want, you can check on my other reviews. I clean this regularly, and as you can tell, it is pretty dirty. I've probably put 1,000 rounds through it since I cleaned it last. Oh, looks like my fiber optic 4-bead is... I think I need to replace it. I lost my fiber optic 4-bead. I wonder if it's in the GUGULUZA Gun Sock. Let's just have a look-see. No, I don't think so. I was hopeful. Nope. It's probably on the range somewhere. So I'll just have to, I think I have some extras kicking around. I'll just have to replace that. Anyways, we are going to that is actually pretty carbon buildup. A lot of carbon buildup in there. So and I've got the G96 complete. I'm going to spray it inside and out. I'm going to spray down that magazine tube because it is pretty dirty. And I'll use a file from my chainsaw to punch those out. Now, make sure I hit the safety on that. Here's the 2 roll pins that come out. You can pull this out, and just by looking, it is dirty. I can see that it's really dirty, but this actually resembles my my Browning silver in many ways. So looking down inside here, after 1,000 rounds, that is pretty dirty. I did a cleaning video on my gear sawn, my Gearson MC312, and it was pretty dirty. Well, it wasn't too bad. Like for 5,000 rounds that went through that thing, it was actually pretty decent. I do have to give it to the Gearson people for that. There we go. And the bolt comes apart exactly. That looks like the same bolt system that's in the Browning Silver. And then we'll just, I have a receiving blanket, an old receiving blanket from my kids from years ago. Actually, this one was from my granddaughter. But when you have 15, 20 receiving blankets, and I'm not gonna spray this down because it's literally not that dirty. A lot of times I'll use compressed air just to blow all the dirt and everything off of this. And I'm going to take the my toothbrush. I do have a metal toothbrush. I'm going to have to find that. I don't know what I did with it. Maybe it's in the bottom part of my toolkit here. I always have a coffee can of miscellaneous tools kicking around, but I don't know what I did with it. I don't know what I did with it. It could be in one of my other. I have a range toolbox. It's probably in the range toolbox that I keep in my pickup. But with the G96, it really loosened up a lot of this carbon. And this is just an old toothbrush. So it lubes it as it cleans it as well. So I clean this actually pretty regularly. I like putting on some music. While I'm cleaning. As far as I'm concerned, cleaning is part of shooting. Ooh, okay, good. I was going to say I got a little bit of an imperfection on my barrel, and yeah, I haven't taken this sticker off. I started taking the sticker off. There. Somebody made a comment on it. I got my dog with me. He's with me all the time. I love him. He goes with me pretty much wherever I go. And on the Browning Silver, I have significantly more rounds through this than I do through the Browning Silver. But this here, see, that carbon does build up. Now, if I had that metal scrubber, Then you should wear gloves. Now, I haven't really given this a scrub like this, but I figure, you know what, while we're on camera, we may as well clean her properly, hey? Now, this Maxus 2 has actually been my go-to for sport shooting. I like how it loads. It when you're quad loading, you put two rounds in, and you push it in with your thumb and let it go, and it loads that first round, or the last round you put in. It's phenomenal for speed loading. Now, I've never taken this hunting. Never hunted with it. I don't know. I'm sure it would do well. It's a 3-inch gun, but sport shooting with this thing is something else. When you're shooting next to somebody on a trap line, I don't like using a semi-automatic because it pelts the person beside you. Maybe that's a good distraction, or you can put a cage on it to catch the shells. I'm not a fan of that. Push that bolt release so I can get my fingers right down inside here. There. And now for the gas piston. We get a spray inside that gas piston ring here. There, we'll let that sit for a minute. Where's the piston? Now, in here again, this one's just about done. Now, this is a common practice for any gas gun. For gas guns, you better like cleaning. Actually looks pretty good. I actually just did a cleaning video on the Browning Silver, and there's so many of the same components inside the Browning Silver as the Maxus 2 here. Wiping everything down. I hope everybody had a good Christmas. Now, putting this back together, I like how this is spring loaded. The Browning Silver was a little bit more difficult because this was not spring loaded. I'm hoping it'll go back together a little bit easier than the Browning Silver. And again, we're going to put this back, the bolt back together. Goes like so, and then slide it forward inside that little hook, and this is spring loaded. I'm really liking this. Before I get carried away, I'm gonna all we're doing is just Using our wire scrubber up and down that barrel, that smoothbore barrel. And then I'll probably just stick it in the tip, inside the muzzle. Ooh, this is actually showing a significant amount of wear on it now. I may have to replace that. Goes to show you, when you use something a lot, I'm just mainly cleaning out those the choke threads, and now I'm just trying to get some of the carbon out of the choke tube. I'm probably good with that now. And back to my receiving blanket. Oh, I stepped on my boy. Oh, sorry, Milo. Love my dog. He's with me all the time. I love the extended choke tubes. I prefer using the extended choke tubes. If I'm going to damage anything, I'd rather damage the extended choke tubes than the muzzle of the barrel. When we're doing sporting clays or skeet or trap, we usually at our foot we have a rubber pad. All right. Oh, I'm gonna clean out just inside the gas port. Whoa, look at how dirty that is. So yeah, gas guns rely heavily on cleaning. It's either you're a gas gun guy or you're an inertia gun guy. All right. I'll wipe down the front of the barrel. All right. Let's put her all back together. Trigger group. Before I put this back together, I want to make sure that I put some, I can see I got a fair bit of friction that's happening on this slide, this bolt slide right here. So I'm just going to put a little bead of gun oil in there. Hard to get the tip right in there. I gotta see this. Just a couple of drops and let her move back and forth in there. And then I'll try to do the same for this side. And if I can move this out of the way, you can actually see right in here this channel. It's where the bolt slides back and forth. Just a little bead. I'm just going to let it slide back and forth. I'm also going to put a couple of beads on the bolt slide as well. So let's put trigger group back together. Now it literally just popped right back in. Convincer. I don't want to use any kind of hammer. Now, usually I just stick it up on end, but I am going to put this back in here. Hopefully it just goes right back into place. It literally just lined right up perfectly. I need a recoil spring here, and I should probably just give this tube just a little wipe down, because it goes back into the proper position. There you are. The charging handle back in. There. Now she's locked wide open. I can put the gas piston back in and slide her back together. But this has to come out. Don't belong there. You go right into there. It's probably best, it's best to do it like when it's like up on end, but I'm trying to do this so everybody can see. So I'll pull this down into place and then pull the barrel back and make sure it seats properly. Take the foregrip and hold everything down in there together, and then put, I don't have this on properly. If it's not spinning on properly, like easy, don't force it, unthread it and then do it again. Now I'll take a relatively clean t-shirt, and I use old t-shirts and whatever I have. I could already tell that I lubed up that that channel there fairly well. I could see that it's just by looking in that it's glistening with some of that lube. And I'll just finish wiping everything down because I had oil all over my hands. And I got 5 choke tubes with this Maxus 2. The skeet is my go-to, and I've been using the improved cylinder on my silver because I only got 3 with that one, and they're all flush mount. Get that into place, and there you have it. And there you have it. The Browning Maxus 2 cleaning video. Like I said, it's a gas gun, so it requires a little bit more care and attention than an inertia gun, but this has been my go-to for sport shooting. It just for quad loading, mainly quad loading, speed loading. It's a pretty phenomenal gun. It cycles really well. The recoil is actually really good on it, and that's it. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. I'll also put a link for the GUGULUZA Gun Sock, as well as a link for where I bought this. It's it's a $2,300 gun that I did not pay that. So it was well under 2,000. But anyways, that's it for me. If you like the content of this video, give me that thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Any questions or comments, fantastic, leave it below. Even if this helps one person, then I did my job. And I enjoy this. I enjoy doing this, and I appreciate you guys watching it. All right? So, as always, keep both eyes on your target. Thank you, everyone.